Hi foodies. So I had two of our foodies drop by today so that we could have a little question and answer session. And we ended up doing a little impromptu. I had some puddings for them to try in different flavors that I had made last night. You guys know that I always keep those stocked in the fridge. And I use some of the items that I have on our countertop here to make those puddings. So we were going to be having a question and answer session. They had a little walking session before they came to me, and they got moving. And after that, I gave them a mid-morning snack with the soy pudding, which I wanted to show them. It can be breakfast, it can be a snack, it can be dessert. We put granola, homemade granola, over the top of it. And then we did a little impromptu cooking lesson so that we could learn to saute. So I showed them how to saute just with the liquids like aquafaba, water, and veggie broth. I'll be posting that later because I did do a little video while they were here. So, but in those conversations, I talked about the staples that I keep in my refrigerator at all times. So, 4 things. Apart from the slew of other things that I keep, I talk about the Power 5, which are chia, hemp hearts, flax meal, chia powder, and nutritional yeast. I always keep those on hand so that I can power pack food, and I will sneak those into whatever recipe I'm making. The recipe that I made with them was a 1-pot pasta, and this time we did the curlicue spirals with whatever veggies we pulled out of the fridge, and we added nutritional yeast and hemp hearts to that to power pack it, to fill you, to satiate you. So I wanted to show you the 4 staples that I always keep in my refrigerator and in my pantry for shelf stable. These are shelf stable, is soy milk. I buy them by the case. I usually get 12 at a time. I also get these by the case. This is Silken Mori New brand, Silken Extra Firm Tofu. And I have these in my refrigerator, and I usually keep around 6 in my refrigerator drawer at all times. And this is regular tofu, extra firm. And I like to keep these in my fridge for cube tofu. I will crumble this into ricotta. I will crumble this into a lasagna. I will crumble it and mix it with Mexican seasonings and make this as the meat base for tacos or enchiladas or anything that you might want to use it for. I can slice it, toast it up, and put it in sandwiches. We can marinate it and air fry it. There's so many different ways. The other staple, which comes from the soy milk, is going to be my soy yogurt. I always have at least 3 jars of my soy yogurt in my refrigerator at all times. 1 to 2 jars are going to be a plain soy yogurt, and 1 jar, you guys know, is going to be my soy chia yogurt. So I always have a soy chia yogurt in my fridge because you guys know that I eat soy chia yogurt every single day for breakfast. I put a whole pint of berries or fruit on my bowl, and I will put 2 to 3 tablespoons of my homemade granola. So it's a power-packed breakfast that's going to keep me satiated and full for a really long time until I have my next meal, whether it's a snack or a lunch. So for my white soy yogurt that I haven't put chia seeds in it, I keep these in the refrigerator because I can use this as dollops on top of a soup. I can turn it into a soy cream that I put spicy seasonings in for my tacos or my enchiladas. I can thicken a soup or thicken a sauce. I can make a spaghetti sauce and make it creamy, adds a little bit of tanginess to it. I can make a tzatziki by adding diced cucumbers and dill and shallot or onion. And I usually will keep a jar like this of tzatziki, and we can spread it on sourdough toast or Ezekiel toast, or we can use it in sandwiches as our mayonnaise spread. So there is a multitude of uses. These 4 items have so many uses. The Silken Mori New Extra Firm Tofu. It has to say silken for the items that it makes that I'm going to tell you about. Silken means that it's not spongy. It's not going to have the holes in it. They've made it completely smooth, and it's going to be a creamy consistency when you beat it or when you use the hand blender or a processor or even your stand-up blender. So I like to take these and I will make sweet puddings out of them that are dessert or breakfast items because they're power packed with protein. So the protein in one of these little packs, where's the nutritional content? Here it is. The protein is 7 per serving, and there's 3.5 servings in this tiny container. So we have 21 grams of protein in this little tiny 10.9-ounce container. When I'm making the puddings, I take the 2 of these together to make the puddings. If I'm making a sauce for a pasta sauce, I can put this in the pot, add a little bit of soy milk to it, and I will hand blend it into a very creamy pasta sauce. You could make like a creamy Alfredo. You could put nooch in it and make it more nutty, umami, cheesy flavored, or you could use this sauce to turn it into any sauce, creamy. Thicken your soups, add some protein to your soups. This isn't going to cut and cube well, but this is something that you can cut into cubes and actually put it like in a miso broth, and it adds the protein to it, protein content to it. So there are so many different uses for this. You can make dips. You can also make the tzatziki from this or make other dips. If you put nutritional yeast with this and some spices in it and dip veggies into it, it is delicious. You can do garlic seasoning, dill, any flavor that you would like to turn this into. You could add it to guacamole, and that way you save yourself on some of the avocado saturated fat. And even though avocado is good, if you mix it with some silken tofu, it's going to give it a creamy avocado guacamole. So you can do the same thing with the soy yogurt. Add a little bit of soy yogurt to your guacamole when you're making it. So these 4 staples are clinchers for our lifestyle, our whole foods, plant-based lifestyle. I wanted to let you guys know: soy milk, shelf stable, our Mori New silken extra firm tofu, which is smooth, and then our regular extra firm tofu that we can cube and do tofu ricotta, or we can make it into ground meat with flavorings for a taco. You can put it in lasagnas, enchiladas, however you want to use this. And then your base soy yogurt. These are all base things that should be in your whole foods and plant-based. No salt, no oil, no refined sugar lifestyle, and no processed, because we're cooking all of our things from scratch. But like I'll show you later, when I did with the foodies, we did a pasta that, just because I was talking and showing them how to do it, took maybe 15 minutes to complete. The pasta itself might have taken around 11 minutes to get to the al dente that we wanted. We sauteed some veggies before, then we added the pasta. We covered it in broth. We did a one-pot method and put the lid on it. And within 15 minutes, we were trying that pasta and putting some California balsamics to enhance it with no sodium. And so they got to see how we could cook from start to finish with no sodium, but yet at the end, we were going to end up with a very flavorful product. All right, foodies, hope you're having a great day. Have a happy day. See you next time.